Mm. Ah, street. Ah, street. Ah, street. Ah, street. Ah, street.
Street.
Welcome
Everyone
back,
loves a good arse treat.
everybody. You know what? I think the characters were all lifted from the material plane all the way through into the COVID plane, where we actually heard the screams of that chat from Twitch, to allow people to kind of step out into our street. So thank you so much for people at home. As I said before, make sure you've got a D20 available, because I will be asking for rolls a little bit later on. You might have seen some exciting news on the break if you were there and had a look. So there was a few little announcements that we made. One of which is for next week. So after this particular Blackstar Lane, we will be taking a little break from Waterdeep Mallrats. However, we're going to be doing something else instead. So you saw a little advert for booking Baxter Backleright, which is going to be with our wonderful DM, Mr. Rob Thompson. Do you want to tell us a little bit about Baxter Backleright?
Oh, first time DMing, last time DMing.
So please tell us what it's about. What is booking Baxter Backleright?
Booking Baxter Backleright. Well, if you've watched carefully along the way of our journey so far, you may have remembered Arbor's arch nemesis, Baxter Backleright. The Waterdeep rock star, the most famous musician in all of Waterdeep, and it will follow a group of like private investigators or hired mercenaries who are trying to find where he's gone. As a big gig is coming up the following night, and his manager, Mannix Fellatio, is booking him to try and get him to the gig on time. Get him to the Greek meets Waterdeep.
Nice. Really, really nice. And who's playing in that?
Amazing.
Who's playing in that one?
Who's playing? We've got Gabby McPherson, Joseph Thorpe, Evie James, and our very special guest, Lolo Brow.
Oh, that's going to be good fun. So we're going to be running for 2 weeks. Is that right?
2 weeks.
Nice.
It's a 1-shot, 2-shot, 3 times the fun.
I am super duper excited, and it's going to be set, I think, at this very time, isn't it?
At this very time.
At this exact moment.
It'll be a very much. Meanwhile, also in Waterdeep, this is happening.
Amazing.
Yep.
And it's very much the price of fame is high. How high?
I think Bevins means Joe gets topple. Oh, to play. Got you. Gotcha.
Topless.
Thanks, Bevins. Topless. Right. Okay. That means I have to get a tattoo, doesn't it? Of like a Blackstar Lane on my chest or something. Right. If we get 40 subs by the end of the month, I'll get a Blackstar Lane tattooed on my chest. Right. Okay.
Someone highlight that moment immediately.
Yeah. Remembering that.
Oh God, what have I done?
How many days we've got left? We've got 20 days, everyone.
20 days.
20
40
days.
Subs. If you give me 40 subs, I'll get a tattoo and I will film it and I'll pop it on and I'll stream it. Okay, why not? All right. So,
I love it.
Oh God, what have I done?
You know, Mark Jefford is just going to gift subs to like random strangers on the street now.
Personally, I'm fine with that.
Oh, here we go. Tea Party is just subbed. Great. Thanks, Tea Party folks. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you.
Street.
Okay, great. We also might have seen another little poster on there for season 3. I'm just going to leave it there. Season 3, Waterdeep Mallrats Dragon Heist. So we're going to be playing Dragon Heist and hopefully get a little bit of revenge in the end. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, Stuart. Stuart. Oh, it's definitely Stuart. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. So yeah, actually talking about Dragon Heist, I played Dragon Heist with Stuart, so that's quite fun. But we're coming back to on the 1st of March for Waterdeep Mallrats and continue on with our adventure of these wonderful, wonderful heroes if they survive this wicked battle that I'm about to throw in front of them, and hopefully take back Blackstar Lane. But we'll see what happens, right? So keep your D20s ready. as we
Do
go
it.
in. So, players, can you please roll initiative?
Oh,
Alrighty.
Come on, pups.
Oh, very, very nice. All right.
oh, okay.
Okay, let's have a look. I need to get rid of some from last week because I didn't do any of my homework. There we go. Right. 21 for Pups, 19 for Baggy,
Oh, 10 for Oshi.
10 for Oshi. It
Sorry.
hasn't come up yet. It's all right. Let's have a look. So Alphonse hits with a 23.
Oh, how fun.
Pernell comes in with a 10. And everyone's favourite gnome, Dresden, comes in with 12. And let's add Archie in. Okay, add a 10. And what did you say it was, Archie?
A 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
That has got to be the lowest that you've rolled on this entire time that I think we've been playing.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Right.
Get nice and surrounded. Get that sneak attack in. Come on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Come on.
As you kind of like standing in this like mass circle, as you see all of these people around you, as they all turn around and they realise that they are being they are outnumbered 2-1 on the street. There's 90 residents step out of their doorways and stand ready with bats and knives and clubs. A lot of them have clubs. A lot of them have got clubs as they look out to this street. So I'm going to ask, let me see who's the last person. Okay. Tea Party Fox. Can you roll us initiative, please, for the residents?
Tea party fox.
Yeah.
Tea party fox.
So just roll a
Tea
d20
party
for
fox.
us.
Tea
Do roll a
party
d20 for us, and we'll pop you in as on the initiative order. If you can't do it, 12. All right, okay. So the residents of Blackstar Lane are going to be on 12. So let's add it in. Resis. Add. There we are. Thank you, Tea Party. And stick us in at 12. Fantastic. And everyone, I don't know if Neomancer's still here. I don't know if Mark is still with us.
He's got it on. He's not. He's doing his own campaign right now. He said he'll pop
cool.
back in later.
I'm going to go with Bevans. Bevans. Can you give us a roll, please, for initiative for the watch? And we'll see what kind of comes up
you
here.
can just lie and say it was a 2 or something. If
-5.
just there's no way of telling what you actually roll. So just
I
fudge
can't
it.
summon him, lol.
He can summon. He can summon Mark. Mark was like, oh, I'm going to go off to my own campaign, but summon me, Daz, if needs be.
Oh no, we're going with Heavens Bevans. If she's there.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. She's gonna lie. No. What is she gonna roll? Come on, Bevs. Let's see what's going on. So, 18. Wow, for the watch. Okay.
Just lie. Come on.
Thank you, Bevs. She did well. She played the game. Everybody, she played the game. So, we got. There we go. Right. All right. As we see this kind of like begin to form, the smoke billowing out of number 21. The smoke billowing out of number 3, still from the smouldering flames of earlier. As Alphonse, I can't believe he rolled so high, it was insane. As Alphonse goes in for his first attack. And what he is actually going to do... Yeah, why not? As he turns around and he fires magic missile, one at each of you.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3's all away. As you each get like, as you all get hit with the magic missile from where he's standing. Pups, you now have an opportunity to respond.
How far away are we? Didn't even check that. Sorry, should have checked this.
40 feet.
40.
Mhm.
That's too far, isn't it?
What are you going to do, babes?
I am going to get. So I can get 10 away, can't I?
Mhm.
So I can go far. I can get to there. And I'm gonna, because I'm still out of melee range. I'm just gonna sling a dart straight at his stupid face.
Okay, cool. So it's to the
No,
attack
do you know
roll.
what? Actually, I'm gonna take out my +1 dagger. I'm gonna take out my blades dagger and sling that at his face.
Right, cool. Let's do a ranged attack with the +1 dagger and see if it hits.
23.
I think that might hit.
Yeah,
So,
you think that might hit?
So how much you hit for? 7.
For 7.
Right, great. As you kind of like throw it through the air, it kind of like lands into his arm. I say into his bicep actually, and he looks at you, and he pulls it out and drops it onto the ground.
Sweet.
Okay, I'm just going to change the song because it's got Bella Ciao on, which I think is actually quite apt for this particular track. So,
I
yes.
absolutely love the song Bella Ciao, by the
Me
way.
too. It's such a great tune.
The reason why I found it is because I was trying to download Panic at the Disco, and then when it actually, like, off of LimeWire back in the day, and then
Back
it was
in the
Bella
day.
Ciao. Back in the day, and then I
Bella
opened it, it was Bella
Bella
Ciao.
Ciao, Bella Ciao, Ciao, Ciao. Okay, cool. Is there anything else you want to do, Baggy? Sorry, my apologies. Pups, anything else you wanted to do?
No, I'm good.
Lovely. All right, Baggy. So you've just had a magic missile hit you in the chest for 3. And then it's now your turn.
Okie dokie. I am going to cast Fairy Fire. Baggy reaches into a pocket and pulls out a jar of tiny mechanical fireflies.
Yeah.
And she unscrews the lid. And ideally, I want the area, because it's hopefully obviously going to cover objects and people within a 20-foot cube, I believe. So I'm thinking the cube from here to there. Oh, and then down.
Oh, so you're getting around you're actually going to help the street. Is that your plan instead?
Oh, are these our people?
So no, this is the watch. So you're going to put advantage for the street instead. Is that what you're going to do? And pop it over here.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. It's a plan that I didn't think of. So you're thinking of putting a 20-foot cube like there. Is that where you want to put it?
Yeah. Could we go one down? Like 5 foot down?
Yeah, I'll go there.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
We need I think it's a dex save?
It is a dex save.
All right,
Yes,
it's a dex
indeed.
save. Let's have a look. 5, fail.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
So they all light up in stars. As I'm going to, it's interesting because we're moving on towards those goes now. As we go on to the residents and the watchers goes, it's completely screwed up my plan, but I think it's brilliant.
Sabotage!
Alrighty. So anything else you'd like to do, Baggy?
Yeah, I think I want to move somewhere. I mean, where's the best place? I'm going to sort of move to about here, wait, 5, 10, 15. Just going to end up there. I have a
Nice.
plan for later, that's why. So, yeah,
Perfect.
that's my turn done.
Alrighty, so I'm going to use mob rules, which is coming from Slyfarish. So we're going to go for targets, DC for armor class is 10. Number of attacking creatures, and we have 45 creatures. The attack bonus is 0, and they do 4. Alright. So, oh my god. Okay, so I'd say 18. So the battle continues around you as you see the residents begin to clash against the watchers, the army. But what you see is them straight away take 18 straight to the ground. As they hit that wall, they just turn and then they start beating and beating and beating. There's 18 of them are kind of like fall to the ground. You see inside one of them is Baragorn, but he gets back up to his feet and just literally bites the face of one of them as he lands to the ground. Then we have the response from the residents. So we have, I think it was 90 minus 18 is 72. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to add a little extra on there for Baggy's fairy fire.
Yeah.
Very, very nicely done, by the way. I think this might actually do some real fucking damage. As the residents kind of kick in, and what you see, Baragorn begins to kind of jump onto a person and rips their face apart and begins like clawing at their body. You also see this huge like bloodstone hammer swing round and just clump into the side of like 3 of them as they fall to the side. You just see, have a look at it, 156 damage divided by. Wow. As they take out 16 of the Watchers in a single battle, you see like there's so many pins being thrown from Madame Virgine's girls and boys as they throw poison darts towards each other, and then suddenly there's a bottle swings through the air as it's lit on fire as it swings across and smashes onto the ground as you see Tespard throw a bottle of quite pretty good whiskey that he's lit and then kind of thrown into the fire. As we kind of move on to Dresden's turn. So Dresden kind of steps in to you, Baggy, you pups, and he goes in for a swing with his war pick. 13 misses. As he's like, oof, and he like duck down as it kind of swings across your head. As we go through onto Pernell. Pernell is going to pull out her bow as she fires towards Oshi. 15.
Mates, it hits.
Right.
We got 2 DM disadvantages, just so you all know.
Yeah, I think we should use it.
All right. So use let's do that again with disadvantage. 14 misses. As she's just like, and you like, and he kind of fires out, goes past your head, and like falls into the burning building behind you. As number 21 begins to engulf in flames, you can see it actually properly burning this time. Oshi, you see it kind of fly past your head, and you think to yourself, "Thanks, Arba." As you looked back towards the group, what would you like to do?
She's going to use her short bow on Dresden. 16. Oh no, 20.
Oh no, 20. Yeah. Yep. So that hits.
For 5.
5. Great. As you kind of like fire it across, it's like, so it's almost as if I imagine this goes through here, and you just sort of like, as if the other one flies past you. And it kind of goes and continues and hits into Dresden's right arm. As he's like, and you can see his sort of pain kind of flick through. Anything else you'd like to do?
Does she need to disengage now because she's just hit him?
No, you're not engaged with anybody. You're out.
Okay, cool. She's gonna use the little frivolity of the firefly and move to here.
Oh wow.
Can she try and hide?
I'm gonna say no. There is a lot going on. You could probably hide in the crowd, but you're in battle right now, so I don't think you can hide. To be brutally honest, okay. Actually, I'm gonna say you can't do that. You go to step outside of it, and just that battle that's infusing in front of you is like an immovable force.
Okay.
As you see like a goblin sort of stand in front of you, take an arm and twist it and break it and drop somebody to the ground. As you see the monastic order of Darn continue to hold the circle as they were instructed.
Okay. She's squishy.
Anything
She's
else
so
you'd like to do?
squishy. No, she moves to there and then readies another arrow, baby.
Okay, and then this huge explosion kind of kicks up from the other side of the street, up by number 3. In fact, you look up and you think it's number 12, as this huge barrel of smoke begins to come out of number 12. And you everyone almost pauses for a second as they look out into this mass smoke of dust that kind of blows across the street. And inside you see something that looks about 7 foot tall and about 5 or 6 feet wide, as the ground begins to shake at you.
Oh God.
Who the hell burnt down my shop?
As we see big fats turn up.
Big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat, big fat.
As we see big fats turn up at the side, his big metal cigar smoking through at his big top hat. As he barrels forward, his anger grazed across his face. As he barrels in, he just swings with an arm, takes out 3 of them, and runs into the circle, into the center of the circle. Mr. Thompson, would you mind please rolling initiative for me?
Yeah! Hey, come on, Rob!
As you watch him approach, that's
really nice.
That's good.
All
As you
right.
watch him approach, you see that he's wielding 2 hand axes in either hand, and on the where the hilt meets the blade, you see that in one it has an engraved sheep, and on the other it has an engraved shepherd. As he runs into battle.
Yeah, and he just clears out 3 of them with a fist, and he lands. As the sound of his hydraulics and steam sprays out. This is a completely different beast to what you've seen Mr. Fax look like before. His eyes are dark red, as you can see there's almost light that's sort of shining across the sides of it like this. And the amount of fire and steam that's coming off it is clear that he is very slightly angry. Would you agree, Mr. Thompson?
I would say that he is the spawn of if a rhino and a double-decker bus had a child. And he's pelting down the motorway at 90 miles an hour.
As Mr. Big Fats, the Warforged Barbarian, joins into this battle as we go to the top of the order. Alphonse, seeing him kind of come through the battle, is going to aim something at Big Fats, actually. He's going to fire another magic missile at Big Fats. So he fires one at Big Fats for 5. Wow. 5
More
force
durable
damage.
than Arbor was.
And the other 2, he's going to fire one at Baggy for 5. And one at Pups for 3. As they kind of slams into the sides of each of them. Pups, you now have a gnome sort of stood next to you. And you have Alphonse just in front of you. You've just seen this huge Warforged just barrel into battle.
So, how far can I get? So, I am. Okay, let's try it. I'm going to try and disarm this. I'm going to try and disarm Dresden.
Okay.
Which is an attack roll.
Yeah.
Against.
So if you do the attack roll,
athletics.
I will allow you to disarm him instead. And to do damage. So if you hit him,
Yeah.
you can disarm him.
Okay. 25.
Yep. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and you disarm, and you're going to disarm him instead.
Yeah, so he, as he comes in for the attack, just parries with the staff, brings it over the head, and just slings it, so it almost like goes back in the direction of Oshi.
Nice.
Just sort of comes out of the hand and scoots towards. And then using that inertia, going to just turn it into like a roundhouse kick with the heel right across.
Nice.
I guess right across the chin, because we're probably similar heights.
Yeah. You're about the same height.
13.
Doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Ah!
And I think you've got some. Haven't you got an advantage?
I have.
anywhere?
I've got 2 advantages, so I will
You got
use
2.
that.
Oh, sorry, I haven't updated by numbers. You got 2.
Yeah, I have.
All right, I'll go down to 1. Save file. Oh,
That's
open.
a crit, baby!
Oh!
Hey! Thank you, Ferg. That's
Ooh.
9 bludgeoning damage to the face.
All right, can you tell me what that looks like? As you turn around and you just literally like, and I'm just gonna get to that moment, and I'm gonna let you describe the rest.
So just there yeah, as the disarm happens, there's just this open palm strike that just comes up underneath the chin, lifts them off the ground, and then as they just sort of hit the apex of the arc of landings, the staff just comes down, drives them into the ground, and they're just starfished. And Pups just staff on the ground, just looks through Alphonse and says, "You're fucking next."
Mate, very great.
And do you know what? We're going to go and stand there.
Oh, up to the face.
Oh.
Yeah.
As you just
Pups
hear,
looks at Alphonse dead in the bollocks and says, "You're next."
and then you just hear, "Hoo, hoo," as this like blow whistle kind of kicks off, but next to Big Fats, as Big Fats comes in for his first ever attack. You are
Come
about
on, Big Fats.
10 feet away from the back of Pernell, and I think you're about 25 feet away from Alphonse itself.
Yep, he's going to take his lead from the Mallrats, them being, he can get there, I've checked. And he's going to go straight for Alphonse as well. Right up beside him. He's going to go straight into rage.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yes.
And now, quick reminder. Main hand is with proficiency, offhand is not with proficiency. Cool,
That's
I've
correct.
set it up. Great.
That's correct.
Okay. So he's going to swing one hand axe. Skadoosh, 23.
Yeah, that hits. Yep, that hits. Yep.
It's for 10 slashing damage.
It's very nice as he swings down and slashes with a hand axe.
With the sheep.
With the sheep hand axe.
Yeah.
And slashes across the front chest of Alphonse.
And then he comes in with the shepherd. 21
Yep, that hits.
for another 8.
8. Wow, as he looks absolutely battered and bruised. As we continue on, as he just screams in the face of Alphonse.
And he blows smoke into his face and just says, "Did you burn down my shop?"
And
That's
that-
right.
that-
That's
and
the
that
accent,
metal-
and I'm sticking to it.
And that metal cigar like swings across to the other side. All right, cool. Baggy, you just seen this train wreck kind of like come straight through a group of people, and you're ready to attack.
Yeah, it's absolute craziness. So Baggy's not looking great, by the way. She's wheezing, she's out of breath, and she's gonna go for Alphonse because she thinks this could be her last chance to do so. So, pulling out of one of her many pockets, Baggy decides to pull out a spyglass, which looks very familiar
Oh.
to the spyglass of Alphonse that she fixed. However, the one that she kept was the actual spyglass, and the one she gave back was a fake.
Yes!
And
Call back to episode 1. Boom! Yes, I love it. I love you, Evie. You're amazing. Carry on.
And she pulls it up to her eyes to look through, and as she twists the viewfinder, it's like, and out of it, directly towards Alphonse, is Chaos Bolt. Oh! 24.
Maggie's hitting things.
Yep, that definitely hits. Yep.
Finally. For 6
Fuck
days.
Wow. And what is it they fire? What Chaos Bolt, you do like a different types of damage, don't you? So tell me what damage I think you roll a D8, isn't it?
I think, yeah, so it depends on what one of the damage dice is, which I don't know how to find that out, actually, to be fair. But
okay, so
shall I just choose?
It's a 8 and a 5.
An 8 and a 5. Okay, so it can either be... Oh, it has to be thunder. It is thunder. So
Thunder
it's
damage.
literally as it comes out of the spyglass, it is literally like the thinnest point of like this sort of thunderous grey cloud, and as it goes towards Alphonse's face, it just grows, and you hear like a massive roar with it as it just completely takes out everything, and he's like
This is boom as we hear this like explosion kind of kick through, and all of the windows down Blackstar Lane begin to smash as we hear the smash of 21, and then the flames kick out of the fucking building as we see it roaring away behind you, as you see Baggy like this.
just going.
Really nice. Okay, the watch. We're going to go in for the attack from the watch. So there are 16. What's 45 minus 16? 29.
Yeah.
29. Right, cool. Calculate. Ooh, 60 damage. Okay, so they swing through for 60 damage. I'm going to actually allow, let's have a look, who's the last person? Liam, have you got a d20 on you? If you do, Liam, could you roll d20? Can you roll your massive inflatable d20, actually, Liam? And tell us what the number is. So that was a total of 60 damage. I hope Liam's still here because I'm just going to carry on. 60.
Liam with the beard.
Liam with the beard.
Are you there?
50.
He's just there in his house going, wait!
All right, so we lose 15 of the residents. I'm going to say you see Agnew fall from a pony as she falls to the ground. You also see a tiny dog get kicked across the street. I know I'm going to lose so many viewers for having a dog being kicked. It's ridiculous. But a dog gets kicked and it lands on the curb. This tiny little dog sort of lies there. Rage. Actually, I'm going to give it to Darren. Darren, our actual true resident of Blackstar. I know I'm in so much trouble, Mum. I know. So, Darren, can you roll us a d20, please? Tell me what a number is. I've got a number in my head. Please, Darren. My mum's gonna hate me. Okay, cool. So you see the small dog kind of roll across the side and lie on the ground. Who kicked it? Okay, yeah. So luckily we've got the residents' turn now. And
Yes.
I have a small feeling that someone's going to go fucking nuts at this. Okay, so I'm going to go with who hasn't rolled in our chat yet. Stuart, could you just roll a d20 for me, please? Please tell me it's a crit because I'll go nuts. On it, Stuart's on it. Okay, right. As we see the dog kind of roll to the side, we see this hooped dress. She brings out this club and launches herself at this group of watchers. As we see her take out 6 watchers, as she slams across the side of the face, back down onto the legs, turns over and dumps somebody onto the ground and pushes her heel onto their throat as she scoops up Henry the dog. Henry the dog is looking up at her and licks her little face. And he's just like, Henry. And he looks at her and he growls. He growls as he gets up and he leaps from her arms and lands onto another watcher and rips his throat out. This tiny Chihuahua dog takes down his first kill. As we are down to 19 watchers against 63 residents. Okay.
Fucking hell.
Let's keep going. Okay, so Dresden is dead. Residents, they had the go. I just did their go. Okay, Pernell, now seeing the great massive robot creature turn up into the attack, is going to aim her short bow at Big Fats. 18.
18 hits.
Okay, as you hit 6 piercing, which is 3.
3 piercing. Yeah.
Yep.
Love it. God, that's good not to be Arbor.
Hashtag barbarians. Barbarians are the kings. I love barbarians. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Stuart. Henry is going to be an absolute weapon by like season 5. Okay.
Room for one doggy in this party.
Henry will have his own tattoo of Blackstar Lane on his chest as he's going around.
Really, really nice. Okay, Oshi, you are up to the side. You see like these monks like kicking the shit out of the watchers, and you notice that the watchers are becoming less and less against the mass that is the residents of Blackstar Day.
Is Alphonse still up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she's gonna use a short bow on him. Eek for 9. Can I use? Have I got any advantage?
Let's have a look. What have you got?
Yeah, you got one.
Yeah, you got
Can
one
I use-
advantage.
My advantage for an 18
Oh, nice. Yeah, that hits.
for 15.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. As it kind of like flies through the air and hits into his chest. You see him scream out, and you notice that he is fairly beaten. He looks terrible as we come through to the end of the round. And it's now onto Alphonse's turn. Okay, so Alphonse is going to see you in front of him, Pups. And he is going to go in for an attack. Now, he has quite a few attacks here. So I'm going to do a couple. So one with the scimitar. Misses. So he swings across and aims towards you, Big Fats. 23 hits for 9 slashing. So that would be 4 slashing damage. He then turns back to you, Pups. And goes for another. And misses. As he's like, he kind of clamps down. I can imagine his like scimitar swings through, and you like grab hold of it with your hand. It's like, and it's like the blood pours from your hand as it goes down. As he looks you in the face, and it's like, as he's trying to kind of push through your hand to take you down. As we go through to Pups themselves.
Okay, so Pups has got hold of this scimitar. Is going to force himself round to here, taking the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to try these. I'm going to try these first. 14.
Sorry.
It
misses.
I'll throw an advantage on it. Oh no, I've got. I'll throw. Can I throw my bomb advantage on that?
You can throw your other advantage on there, yeah. So that would kick it down to no more advantages.
Yeah. 22.
Oh,
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, that hits.
24 for 10.
Okay. As you kind of like swing across with the staff, trying to hit him, you notice as you swing across, you see one of the other goblins kind of do this move where they kind of push one over with this hand and then turn and kick and like bang, and they kind of like push. And I think what you do is that you swing around and you boot him into the chest. You hear his chest like cracking as he falls back towards Big Fats, He pushes him back towards you, and you just, and you just like start pounding into his face as he stays up by going between you and Big Fats. And eventually you kind of swing around and you go to keep hitting him and keep hitting him. As the rest of the kind of the battle begins to kind of slow.
Is that him done?
Let me carry on. The battle begins to kind of slow. As he begins, his knee drops to the ground. And he kind of looks up at you. And you kind of like, you punch him one more time in the head. And Archie runs forward. She pulls out her blade and sticks it down into his throat and pushes hard. As you see, Baggy runs over with a fireball in her hand and just slowly pushes it into his face. As the heat begins to burn his face, as Big Fats holds him up. The rest of the streets stop and watch as his arm kicks over, trying to like hit and stop it, but he can't stop it. As his arm begins to go limp, he tries to stop. As his arm hurts, and he says the word. They've taken someone's life, the method generally implies. He stabbed the blade deep. As he lands onto the ground, and people stand and watch. The four of you murder Alphonse of the Watchers. There was a murder on Blackstar Lane, and I think I know done it. I think I know who's to blame. And his body falls down and slumps and lands onto the cobblestones. The blood moves between each of the cobblestones. Right angles twist and turn as falls Alphonse of the Watchers. As you look up and you see that there are a line of city guard and city watch on each side of the street as they begin to march their way down the street itself. The residents turn and begin to form lines. They're angry and they're fueled with rage. Rage from 25 years ago, the last time that the guards and the watch stepped into this particular street, as you drop them down. And Alphonse drops onto the ground itself. As you look up, and you see these battle lines beginning to kind of grow. Big Fats is kind of there, like steaming away, as he looks down at the kind of the three of you.
I owe you my life. Let me repay that.
And Pup goes, how? And you can just hear a riot going on around you, and you realise this is not a time to be asking questions of each other. As you kind of turn and you look at, almost like back to back, you kind of look out towards the two sides of the street.
We'll talk later.
And you hear these whistles blowing, and you hear the banging of shields and riot shields as they see that number 21 is like fully in flame, burning away.
Where do we go?
Underground.
Great. I know a place. Come with me.
Y'all sure? I could kill a couple of guards if you want.
Can Baggy see a member of the Watchful Order that she thinks? I think maybe she might have seen before while she was away.
All right. Could
I do.
you do a perception check for me, please?
Yeah. Bear with me. God, Baggy's looking terrible right now, by the way.
Yeah, Baggy's like literally
really,
swollen
she's got
everywhere.
one. 13.
13. All right. Give me a second. I'm literally just loading something.
Oh, she's just looking at her with these 2 healing potions, like.
Oh yeah, this one or this one. Yeah, I think you do recognize somebody. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the bit. My apologies. I've got another
No
roll 20
worries.
open, so I'm really sorry. I'm trying my best.
You must have so many things open.
Oh my god, it's stupid. It really is stupid. Okay.
You spoken on a place. Where'd you reckon we go?
I can take you underground. It could be safe for a while, out of the way of this mess.
Better be
Good.
big underground. I'm a pretty big feller.
Yeah. So I think we'll be able to fit you down. There's an old storm drain.
I heard that dwarf of yours went down bad.
Yeah. There was no honor in that.
Well, the ladies at the whack kindly made me these hand axes in honor of his passing, and I tend to do his life justice.
So do we.
So Baggy, you see a wizard called Barnabas Blastwind, that you recognize from before. You see this very, very shiny captain. He looks as if he is a good captain. As you guys kind of like, I'm going to allow you to do something with that information before I move you guys on. So Baggy, you hear that you see Barnabas Blastwind. My apologies.
Baggy walks up to Barnabas Blastwind, completely battered and bruised, and again completely out of breath.
They're on the other side of the battle line. So if you imagine there's a moment before a riot, there's a little gap between the two people before they get angry, called No Man's Land. You can see them between the two. So you're on one side with the residents, and you can see Barnabas Blastwind on the other with the rest of the guards. So you're not close. You're quite far away from each other.
Okay, because Baggy's so exhausted, she's going to call to Barnabas. She says, "Barnabas Blastwind."
And you can
How'd
see
you
him.
like it?
You can see him take notice of you.
Big Fat is going to lift Baggy directly above his head.
All right, let's do an athletics check on that, because she's quite
Pretty heavy.
With
pretty
pleasure.
heavy.
Am I still raging?
Yes, you are. Yes.
Well, then I'll do this with advantage. 14?
Yep, I'll take that.
I'll
lifts
take
her
that
up.
as well.
Yep.
Baggy's never been lifted up before, by the way. This
Yes.
is like,
And he's going to
this is
scream
very out of their
out,
comfort zone.
and you can hear the crowd, the whole of the residents are going ready for fights. They have not seen the city guard or the city watch on the street for 25 years. They are ready to fight the guard.
She calls his name and then places a big hand on her chest and says, "Baggy Lycus, member of the Order of Magics and Protectors, left too early for this reason. You do not see what happens on these streets, and I can say for everyone here that we've been fighting against two evils for far too long. And any damage you wish to do on the residents of Blackstar Lane, you will regret it.
All right.
And just stares at him.
Okay, so he's going to use perception to see if he hears it. And I'm going to use my DM advantage.
I was gonna say, if ever there was a moment.
Thank you.
Damn it.
Thank you very much, Mark Jefford, for the advantage. And I'm going to use my advantage now to see if he hears it. 1, 2.
Drink.
And you know what the best thing is? He's not here to hear it. Oh, that's so good. All right. So you can see him like begin to like calm down the watch as they all bring their shields down. As the kind of like you see the street begin to kind of calm down a little bit as they kind of stop and relax a little.
I think while this has been going on, Oshi's been cutting off Dresden's hands.
I love
And she's got them, like, she's used her rapier to fucking smash down, and then she's got them both in her hands. Just
Wow.
as like, this is what she's done.
All right, cool. Mama
She's
Thorpe,
not explaining to anyone yet, but
so Mama Thorpe, just so you know, I've got no disadvantages or advantages left. Oshi's got none. Is that correct? Advantages left. Baggy's got 2.
So I've got DM disadvantages 4, Pups 1, Baggy 2, Arbor 2, sorry, Big Fats 2, Oshi 1.
Sorry, say that again. I got how many disadvantages?
I'll stick it in the chat.
It was an important battle to have disadvantage for.
Thanks, mate. So I got 4 disadvantages. How many has Pups got? 2.
1.
1. Yeah.
Baggy has 2.
Baggy has 2.
Arbor, sorry, Big Fats has 2.
Oh, where's my
Oshi
big
has
fats?
1.
So Oshi has 1. Great. Okay, we're all up to date, I think. Right.
And I think
file,
if
save.
the chat is informing you, Joe, that you hurt a dog.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true that. And I feel really bad. I did bad. I'm a bad person.
You're fucking
Henry's-
grounded, mate.
I am
Henry's fine.
so
he's
grounded.
back. He's back.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's up.
He's alive and
That's-
kicking.
That's what I thought, says Mama Thorpe. Okay.
Yeah, probably because she gave you 3 out of those 4 disadvantages.
Love it.
Yes.
As the battle begins to kind of calm down a little bit, and you see this kind of shiny captain kind of step forward, and he goes, "It's like, people of Blackstar, calm yourselves." As this sort of like they're sort of standing there, and he looks very gallant, very beautiful actually, for where he's standing. As you see this captain sort of stand in the side. Who will be your representative?
Or she hides the hands behind her back.
Big Fats looks directly up at Baggy, who he's holding.
I don't think I'll be the best person for this job.
Baggy looks to Pups actually, almost like, do you want to do this or do I do this? And he knows that's exactly what she's thinking as well.
Pups just looks up at you, and possibly for the first time since you've been back, smiles and points at you.
So Baggy taps on Big Fats's arms, like, please put me down. Now.
He,
Because that
You feel the mechanical shift of gears moving and your body moving downwards
And
as Big Fats.
Puts down his sword and his arms are up in the air. Big Fats is like, carry on, Rob.
Big Fats starts to walk forward as the crowd part and give you way. And just in front of this captain, your feet hit the floor.
It's like,
He'll have an intimidating steam behind you as well for added effect.
he goes, my name is Captain Hytus Stuggett.
Baggy
Now.
bows her head.
And I think you kind of lift your coat and there's a badge. I imagine like an FBI badge. Like kind of how I imagine it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, oh, Magic it. Please, we know that this is a street that is a no-go zone for us. But there's buildings on fire and there are reports of a riot. We had to come.
Well, with all due respect, Captain Staggett, this street has been left unmanned, unwatched for years. Long before I came here, long before my friends came here.
In the darker days of the Watch, the days of corruption and violence.
Exactly.
And then you just hear this, hold on. And Captain Staggett turns and he is shocked and he goes to attention. Oh, Commissioner Roderick, I didn't realize that you would. And he was like, it's okay, Captain.
Commissioner!
I have had an interest in this street for a long time. and he looks around at the bloodbath that is Blackstar Lane. It seems as if two criminals have done themselves a mischief. Wouldn't you agree, Captain? Nothing more to investigate, Captain. He's like, Hytus, Hytus is just, yes, Commissioner. Good. No more to investigate, then. And then you just hear, as you all turn around and you see Trish. And she says, actually, there's a lot to investigate. And you kind of look around and they kind of part to her. She says, follow me. And she takes the captain through the crowd towards Follicles. And you see her go into Follicle shop, and that's the last you see of her and the captain. As the pair of you kind of like look up at Commissioner, I suggest you go home. And then he turns and sees the smouldering mess that was once your home. Maybe not here, then. Maybe it's time you left this lane. If you leave now, and he looks directly at you, Washi, I will not investigate any further. But you must leave
And what becomes of Blackstar Lane?
And he looks over at the burning mass that is number 21. We shall rebuild.
Can not actually see Baragon.
Yeah.
Baragon.
Yeah, he's got like all of his fur is like spiked with blood.
Mm-hmm.
He can
Oh, sorry.
hear it. He can hear it from where he is. There's like a crowd gathering around you, and he kind of looks at you and nods.
Oshi is gonna. I think she doesn't want to do this like with everyone watching her. So if there's a bit of more of like I don't know, whatever will happen. She goes and throws the hand into the fire. And then she goes and hugs Baragon and says, "It was him who killed him. It was him who killed Tunk, and I can't let him do that again to anybody else." But she has her face in his fur. She doesn't say it to anyone else. And she's hugging him.
Kind of like holds on to you. There are more things, Oshisota. There are more people out there that have done far worse. Look at me in my eyes. And he kind of lifts your head. You stop all of them. You hear me? You stop all of them. Your mother, your father. They will be proud if you stop all of them. Everyone who has touched an innocent, everyone who has hurt someone. You. Oshi.
Yeah, and I think she's like silent tears are coming down her face, and he probably wipes them away because he knows she can't show anyone that.
Yeah, he soaks them on his like fur on his wrist.
And she just nods to him.
And then he looks up at Arnie Patrick. They are your handler now, Cadet. Now, go get your piss pot. Go for a pint.
And she walks back over to Pups, and yeah, because Big Fat's. Yeah, she walks back over to Pups.
Pup's still with.
And he is literally. You don't see this as you walk away. But he breaks down in tears. God, I'm crying for Baragon. This is ridiculous. So you kind of, you leave him and you go towards the group.
Commissioner Rodders.
Yes.
We will leave, but I have one request from you.
Name it.
A festival of remembrance for the fallen Tunk.
And before you can even say it, the residents are already setting up stuff. They've been doing it behind your back as they already start setting up a festival of the dead. And he so turns to you and he's like, it's already happening.
It's the fastest thing you've ever done.
I wish I could take credit.
Thank you.
No,
Truly.
thank you. As you kind of like, the four of you walk past him, as you can hear the celebrations going on behind you, as you kind of go and you go into the rubble and the ashes of number 3, and Oshi grabs hold of this like copper pot at the center of the rubble, And she picks it up, and inside is, I think it's 6 gold pieces, 3 silver, and was it 5 copper pieces that Goblin put in at the beginning?
No, because I gave Tunk. She gave Tunk
the silver piece. Yeah, you're right. So it's down. So it's 2 silver pieces, and she swipes that and kind of leaves the street. As you guys walk up, I think it's Fish Street. Let me have a quick check where you are.
While you do that, can I make a quick roll, Joe?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to roll advantage on that.
$18.
18. Okay. Carry on.
All right. You're going to tell me later, aren't you? You're going to just tell me, yeah, I nicked this thing.
No,
Right,
no.
so
I'll say it in a minute.
Okay, so you guys kind of go up Gut Alley, and you walk up, and you go past up to Balimba Bra Street, and then finally you turn onto Rain Run Street, and you see a great pub in front of you, and you see the sign as it hangs in front of the pub. Just threw another glass on the floor. And you see the words yawning portal.
Oh.
As you kind of burst, you kind of go up towards the door. And there's this little girl kind of runs up to you, Oshi, and she kind of like bumps into your leg as you look down at this little Yuan-ti on the ground. As you pull out a gold coin out of your pocket and you flick it at her and you say,
use it wisely.
and then you make your way into the pub. And inside it's like this craziness as this kind of like mental drinking pub goes on. As you walk in, you see there is a table free. And you see this gentleman with these huge arms and this big moustache. And he's kind of, as you walk in, he like looks at you and he goes, cheese sandwiches already on the table. As you go and you take a seat, as you see like Big Fat's trying to sit on one of the chairs, it's like it comes out like this. As you have 4 pints in front of you, and you look up at this mass area with a huge well inside the centre with a bucket that falls down inside the well itself. As you pick up your pints, you kind of go to take a drink. And perhaps you noticed a small hole in a wall as you see a little eye kind of like twisting and looking inside it as they're trying to have a look around. And as you go to take a drink, a fight ensues and starts on the other side between a half-orc woman and a human. The human has like all of these eyes tattooed on his head across the side, and you see that she has got a dragon tattooed on her side of her head. As you go move your chairs backwards as you go to try and stop the fight, as the camera moves away and leaves the pub itself and goes back towards Blackstar Lane, if we look down at the body of Alphonse, as the police and Rodders kind of turns his arm over, and on his arm here we see a spoke with 8 spokes coming off of it and an eye in the centre. As you hear Roger say, Xanathar's Guild. As the camera moves up and away into the sky of Waterdeep, we see the dock ward unfold. We see the sea ward, the north ward. We see all of Waterdeep itself as it begins to plunge downwards underneath the city itself, as we see a great vault. As we cut through a tiny little hole in the lock, and we see hundreds and thousands of dragons. Gold coins piled up to the ceiling, thousands and thousands and hundreds and thousands of coins, and a roar as we fade to black. Thus
We're
ends...
gonna drink here. I'm gonna have to keep my voice down because there's a nasty little gnome who I owe a lot of money to.
Thus ends season 2 of Waterdeep Mallrats Blackstar Lane. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I've certainly enjoyed myself. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. And we'll be returning in on March the 1st as we come back for season 3 of Waterdeep Mallrats Dragon Heist. But first, we're going to be having the wonderful booking Baxter Backleright, which will be starting from next Monday. So do come and join us as we see Rob Thompson's first outing into the amazing world of DMing, and I wish you the absolute luck, my friend, as we're going to go through there. I hope you guys at home have enjoyed it. Remember, 40 subs, I get a tattoo. And
Such a ridiculous. Why have you done that, Joe? I mean, I hope it happens. But...
Yeah, me too. I hope it happens. You guys at home have been absolutely
we get
fucking
80
amazing
subs,
in that.
you get to design the tattoo yourself, viewers.
You guys have had an amazing time with this, and I really hope that you are enjoying this. Keep with us. We've still got, at least in my head, at least 2 seasons of this to go, at least minimum. I love you guys very, very much, and I will say it on this cold and white, snowy Monday evening. Keep playing role-playing games. Keep playing games. And of course, stay safe.
Big love.
Big love.